Detroit Grim Reaper, nigga. I ain't know y'all was coming like that, Detroit. The fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? No, that's sick.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
No, they chasing niggas down. That's it.
Hey, hold on. He's still in there? Yeah, I didn't see him bail. Hey, wait for backup. Open the door.
We start with this tense scene tonight where two murder suspects are arrested after a high-speed police chase that ends with a violent crash.
Detroit police say that fatal shooting happened
this
late
is crazy.
last night on Runyon and Griner. A witness on scene telling us the 17-year-old victim had recently been to a vigil at a nearby park.
To the Local 4 newsroom. It's from Detroit's east side, where sadly we've learned that one person has died after a shooting.
Fam, I'm not gonna lie. Today we got a wild one to talk about. In the last 24 hours, Instagram slightly rolled out an update that had people unknowingly exposing their location. And unless you manually turned it off, your exact coordinates could have been shared publicly the moment you hit post. And folks
That
with
is
a normal
crazy.
lives, that might not mean much. But if you got any kind of real tension in the streets, that could be the difference between life or death.
No,
I'm
that's
not saying
crazy.
what we about to cover today.
Instagram getting niggas going.
But it's damn sure good timing, and it's damn sure scary. A young man in Detroit was tracked and taken out in what witnesses described as a brutal ambush, which we'll
What
later
the
discuss.
fuck?
A man who, according to the streets, was seen as a grim reaper, a walking body count with enemies on every
What
side.
the fuck?
They say he moved off emotions ever since his sister was gunned down in a gang dispute, and some claim she had her own ties in a situation that led to the violence, spinning out of control. Today we pay our respects to these victims while going over their stories, break down what really happened in those final hours, who this young man was allegedly beefing with, and how revenge, loyalty, and street politics turned his life into a ticking time bomb. From diss tracks to white sheets, the deeper we dig, the more it makes sense why so many called them a walking target. But before we go into this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. As mentioned in the last 24 hours, Meta unveiled an update for the popular social media app with new features including reposting content and a location map. The new features follow Instagram's launch of new safety guardrails for teen users with direct messaging on July 23rd, as well as safety features on adult run accounts featuring children. In June, the social media giant announced a summer update that allows users to recognize the photos and videos on their profile grid. Similar to reposting on X, Instagram users can now repost public feed posts and video reels. Reposts will appear on friends and followers' feeds. And when it comes to the location, when Instagram used to make you put only allow while using the app for ads and commercial purposes, now unless you change it, your location was able to be seen by any of your friends, which possibly how a young man from Detroit got his location, having him being gunned down broad daylight after being wanted for some time now in the streets. With that being said, fam, meet Dion Davis from Detroit, Michigan. According to the feds, he reps 700 gang, which is also known as the Wax Gang at 4G TMT. Also, according to the
I don't know them.
during a 3-year period, 12 members of the 700 gang were charged with violent or firearms-related felonies. Now, this gang was known to have alleged beef with multiple sets in Detroit, and one of those crews was allegedly called 264 Gang, having two brothers also represent that clique who went by Quez to the left and Tank to the right. But back in 2020, the brothers
Dude, I don't think these niggas. I don't know about these niggas. None of these rappers.
The person allegedly responsible was 700 member Dion, who was just 18 years old at the time. You see, Quez and Tank dad had lost his life in a black Dodge Durango. He was on the east side. 700 members had spotted the whip, assuming that Quez was driving, but later found out it was his dad. Quez had allegedly grabbed something to drink from the house. It was Tuesday night, June 24th, 2020. Tank, just 17 years old, was walking back with his brother to the car when someone started shooting, according to a witness. They was at a nearby park in the area of Ryan. As they walked back to the Durango, that's when the
Tasty.
gunfire broke out. In 2014 Red Ford Fusion, police said pulled to the side of the teen's SUV, a 2014 white Dodge Durango, and fired the shots. Medics tried to treat him, but the gunshot was fatal. May he rest in peace. Love and condolences to his family.
To the local 4 newsroom. It's from Detroit's
No,
east
they
side,
sick.
where sadly we've learned that one person has died after a shooting. It happened on Grainer Street, right near Hoover and McNichol.
They is sick.
This is video from the scene just into our newsroom, and what you're looking at here is a minivan that has bullet holes all in it. We are working to get more information about the victim and what likely led up to the shooting, and who police are looking for right now.
It was crazy to think about this because here's a picture of the two just days before that incident at their father's gravesite. But shortly after, Quiz responded to a picture of his father and brother on social media, quoting, "This broke my heart." Also during that time, another alleged gang that the 700 gang was allegedly in tour with during the pandemic was a crew called 1000 Gang,
What
which
the
was
fuck?
allegedly mainly Crips. Now 700 Dion had a sister named Diana, who was once cool with the 1000 Crip member named Chop. Now unfortunately Chop lost his life, and some say that Dion's sister gave his location to him. And that was evident when Dion, who seldomly raps, had dropped a diss track towards 1000 Chop after he was killed in a drive-by. May he rest in peace.
Y'all don't care nowadays. Y'all just don't care.
Dion was making beefs from different cliques, and also at this point, his sister had a target on her back. Shortly after she lost her life, 1000 Crip members would seek revenge, but it would cost them their lives, who happened to be brothers. See, back on January 22nd, 2021, at around 6:35, 2 young women had lost their lives at a local apartment complex on Wellington Crescent. After that shooting, both men fled in a vehicle. Police attempted a traffic stop when 2 men fled at a high rate of speed before they ended up crashing their vehicle. After the crash, officials were able to arrest the 2
No,
criminals. And
they
completed
is
the
tripping.
firearms that they
She
used
set
in the
people
murder
up.
of the Clinton Township women. The 2 victims was identified as Daisha Jasmine Holloway, 19 years old. May she rest in peace, and love and condolences to her family. And the sister, Diona Janae Davis, 18 years old. May she rest in peace, and love and condolences to her family. The 2 suspects was 1000 Crip members, allegedly, who was identified as Darrell Banks and
What
Dejon
the
Devon.
fuck?
Allegedly, this was get back for Chop.
And they was in the street.
Hey, hold on. He's still in there? Yeah, I didn't see him bail.
God damn, it looked like they ran into a building or something.
Open the door.
We start with this tense scene tonight where 2 murder suspects are arrested after a high-speed police chase that ends with a violent crash.
The suspects are accused of opening fire outside a Clinton Township apartment complex, killing 2 women.
That's where we find
What the
Fox 2's
fuck?
Randy Wimbley live
That
tonight.
is
Randy, what
wild.
do we know so far?
Hey guys, we're outside that apartment complex. Clinton Township Police investigating, as you mentioned, a double homicide. They were called out to the Nottingham apartment complex here in Clinton Township at around 6:30 this evening. When officers arrived, they found 2 women in a car who were shot and killed. One of the women's 18-month-old baby was in the back seat. Now, thankfully, that child is okay and will soon be with family if the child is not already. Police were able to get a description of the suspect vehicle, a Dodge Charger. The Macomb County Sheriff's Department spotted that vehicle over at 16 Mile and Harper. Police say the men inside led deputies on a chase. Along with Macomb County State Troopers and St. Clair Shores Police also pursued that vehicle, which eventually crashed at 8 Mile and Van Dyke.
That looked like it trashed
We had a
into
chance
a
to
fucking
hear
pillar.
from a witness who works in that area when the crash happened. Take a look.
Open the door. Open the door. Hands in the air. Hands in the air. Hands down. Get on your stomach. On the ground. On the ground. Let what? Passenger. Passenger, exit the vehicle. Passenger. On the ground. On the ground. Passenger. On the ground. On the ground. On the ground.
No, y'all
working on
know
one of
y'all
those
motherfucking gone
and
forever.
All of a sudden I heard a big
2
boom,
murders.
and I'm thinking somebody ran into the wall. I look over there, I see some smoke and like 20, 30 other cops. So that car ran into the pole trying to make that turn, trying to get away from the police. And they were saying 2 other cars were hit, trying to go, the other way. They're just distracted, and they end up getting, into a collision. So.
All right, 2 suspects are now in police custody. Investigators say they were able to recover some valuable evidence from the crash scene. Again, Clinton Township Police investigating a double homicide after responding to a shots fired call here at the Nottingham Apartments in Clinton Township. The investigation is ongoing. They believe they have the 2 suspects, the 2 murder suspects, in custody. Huel, Monica?
Randy, any word on a possible motive for the shooting? Was this a case of domestic violence?
What the fuck?
Police say they are not sure about a motive, but they say that they don't believe this is a case of domestic violence, though, but unsure of the motive. They did, however, say that these 2 suspects are known to the Clinton Township Police Department's Violent Crime Task Force.
So sorry for the 2 women killed and for the baby left behind.
But shortly after, Dion was arrested on July 8, 2021
God damn.
by the ATF. The first incident in his indictment happened shortly after her sister passed, March 7, 2021 at a gas station. The victim was identified as TW in the indictment. He was shot by Davis at an Exxon gas station on Mack Avenue in Detroit. Video evidence had captured Davis firing multiple shots from inside a Jaguar through the windshield before exiting and continuing the fire. The casings recovered was a .45 caliber casing. Now TW survived and identified his shooter as Dion, known for 3 years. His Instagram was identified as 56 Ongo. Social media on the same day, Davis posted photos wearing the same clothes seen on surveillance and standing with co-shooter Johnny Jackson. They also say between January to April 2000.
Oh my God. Y'all take pictures of the fits y'all doing the crimes in? Oh my God.
2021, Davis constantly posted and exchanging messages showing or referencing illegal firearms. Some was fully automatics, like a Tech 9 with the gold slide on January 11th. He tried to trade a fully automatic Tech 9 via Instagram DMs on February 9th. April 14th, he posted a video with 5 firearms, 3 Glock handguns, and 2 AR-style rifles with extended drums.
He just don't care.
He went live with the Glock modified with the switch. On April 30th, 2021, that exact Glock with the red laser sight, extended mag, and switch was recovered in a federal search of Davis' residence. Now, Dion was only sentenced to 4 years in prison, which is great if you ask me. He came home mid-2025, only to be gunned down and possibly spotted by Instagram new update. Broad daylight, middle of the afternoon, August 6, 2025, Dion was shot on Corville after reports of a shooting. Multiple spot shot activations in the area. Multiple rounds was fired. DPD
that's
said that a person
crazy,
black
Chuck.
drill.
You mean tell me all that shit doesn't happen? He done went to jail. Got 4 years for doing some crazy shit. He damn near did attempts and all, and come out and get popped.
Blazer was last seen in the area shooting shots.
Like, what? Is this him? Is this him, the one that's getting shot? Yeah, that gotta be, because a nigga just ran out the car. And he done knocked they whole tire off. Yeah, he done knocked they whole tire off. Smart person, you ran that way. Smart. No, some of them really got out the car. What the fuck? No, they is wildin'.
since then, you can find many of his opposition celebrating on social media, even having Quez posting a picture of his dad and his brother. Now, as we wrap this video up, man, we do want to say every victim in this story,
It's
rest
crazy.
in peace and love and condolences to their families. Just
Probably
going
the
that street
craziest shit
life.
ever.
Man who lost it all to losing his sister and turning into what some would say the Grim Reaper. Listen, it don't take much these days. One wrong post, one slip of location, and your whole life can change in minutes. Whether this was a setup or just bad timing, it shows how dangerous the internet can be when you're living with real street beef. To everybody watching, man, stay sharp, check your settings, move in silence. And if you really got pressure out here, social media might not be the safest place for your life to play out. Rest in peace, once again. Fam, let me know how you guys feel.
Please stay off social media. Y'all are tripping. That is crazy. What the fuck? Hell no.